Welcome everyone to the second annual Mental Health Art Benefit. We're so unbelievably excited that every single one of you are here. I don't know if you know this or not, but I worked my little buns off to make sure this is a 100% donation and sponsorship funded event. So every single thing you see here, not just the auction items, but this event, or this venue, the alcohol, everything, has been donated or paid for by a sponsor. So thank you, everyone. And as you know, we have 3 amazing comedians coming up here tonight to entertain you. So let's get started actually by kicking off the night with something fun. So how about we announce our king or queen of the Mental Health Art Benefit? I bet you didn't know that we crowned somebody.
There is a very special individual in this room right now who is about to become royalty, and it could be anybody. You're probably sitting there right now wondering, is it me? And if your name is Shauna Urbanski, then yes, it is. Where's Shauna Urbanski? Everybody please may I have a round of applause. Come on, Shauna. Hello. Ashley just goosed me. We have a fabulous crown for Shauna. Shauna, you're going to have to put that on. This is.
I crown you queen of the Mental Health Art Benefit.
Wow. That is beautiful. Shauna, why don't you tell us a little bit about your involvement in the mental health community and why you think mental health is so important?
So I am a licensed psychologist in Colorado. I think events like this are so important because mental health is something that should be important to all of us. I mean, when I was growing up, the idea of equality never disincluded mental health. So I think this is something that all of us should be passionate about, should actually include into what's going on with our world today, and it should include everybody. So.
Totally worthy of a crown. We have some special food. Is she going to be in a special seat this evening?
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Right there.
We have some right next to where you are already sitting. So you get front and center entertainment with the comedians that we have this evening.
All night long.
Okay, so to get started, we are going to have Christina, our first comedian of the evening. She is a 30-year veteran of the Stand-Up Comedy University and is a member of the Denver community. So please, may I have a big round of applause for Christina. Even going for Kat as well. Additionally to that great round of applause you just gave me. Hi, thanks for not actually gathering in one place and sitting a little further away because I don't enjoy intimacy at all, so that makes me a lot more comfortable. Some distance. You don't have to be on top of each other, you know? I would sabotage our relationship right away anyway, if you got too close. That's what I do. Hi! Hello! And so I'm just really curious, you guys are all in some way related to the mental health field in some way? Impacted by mental health, guys? Right? How many of you are actually like therapists or actually treat, do that on that end of the 2, 3, all right. And then how many of you are at the receiving end of shake hands and a few more. That's awesome. My name is Christina, and I'm a single mom. I have an elderly child. He's really old now, but I'm still going with the single mom thing. I'm trying to get as much juice out of that as I can, so that people feel sorry. That's good. Not easy for him to be raised by a comedian, as you can imagine. Not very cool when you hit your teens. Because, I think the only thing worse than being raised by a stand-up comedian is being raised by an unfamous stand-up comedian. Because all the neuroses and none of the money. Can you imagine? And then he'd go to school, when he was, a teenager, he'd go to school, and they'd ask him what his mom did, and that's just so embarrassing. Because he'd be like, oh, she's a comedian. And they'd go, oh yeah, is she funny? And he'd go, not really. It's also the only profession that people want to know how good you are. So if you told them what I did, they go, yeah, is she any good? You don't do that with anything else. What's your dad do? Is a surgeon? Oh yeah, any good? Where would I see his work? So he's destroyed. He's not in any way a functional human being, but funny. He's very funny. That was my fear when I was pregnant. I was really afraid, like some people are really afraid of like childhood diseases and whether they had their fingers or toes, and my fear was that he wouldn't be funny. And of course, I mean, I'd love him anyway, like you would any disabled child, you know, but thankfully he came out okay. He's all right, really. Hold on a second. I'm trying to think of anchor pieces that would work with you guys. What was that? Everything? You're very generous. Very generous for people like 18 feet away. I'm dating somebody now. Can I, I don't know anybody here, so I can say that, right? I'm dating somebody, and I'm very, very worried that I'm gonna kill off the relationship right away. Anybody else like that at all? Do you like, please tell me somebody is like me in that way. Do not make me stand alone right now in the same way I feel in the relationship. You're that way too? What do you do when you get in a relationship? You're possessive? Is that it? Like, what does that look like? What does that look like? Is she possessive of you? Does she like not let you want to go anywhere, or you can't have friends? You plead the fifth? Because she's gonna beat you later, isn't she? There's like, yeah, that's not my thing. I just feel like something is gonna come out of my mouth that's wrong. Yeah, and I don't know what it's gonna be, and I mean well. And if it's something like texting, I will text something that doesn't make sense. You know, like I'll need to text, I'm so glad you came over last night, and it'll come out, why is your penis like that? Why is it like that? Which can be off-putting, out of context. You don't have context with texting. Contexting. So I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous right now, generally, in my life. My son, I will tell you this, I guess I can just continue down this road. I accidentally sexted my son. I guess I didn't have to say accidentally. I think we all assumed that wouldn't be something I would do intentionally. You gotta be really careful when you get in a relationship and you're texting people. You just gotta keep an eye on it, you know? He just responded, when will the scarring stop? That's what he said. I don't know, baby, I don't know. He's older now. I don't know if you guys have teenagers. Anybody have parents with teenagers? Know a teenager? Was once a teenager? Yeah? You don't have any teenagers. You're like 12. You're what? You're 13. Hey, guy, way in the back of the room who was acknowledging me. You were so supportive in that second before you got distracted. What? How old is your kid?
13 and 17.
How old?
1, 3, and 1, 7.
What, 13 and 17, thanks? Yeah, it's like really bad to talk to somebody that far away. Is there anybody closer that can feed me? Those are yours. How old are you? How old are you guys? 13 and 14. How are your teen years going so far? Is it changing everything? Does it suck? It doesn't suck, it will. Just wait till it hits you. Yeah. It'll suck for you too, by the way, baby. You have a 21-year-old? Oh my gosh, boy or girl? Girl, yeah. Girls when they're teenagers, no offense. Okay, take offense. But girls when they're teenagers, they're like, they have this voice, right? But they're smart, they're super sharp, they see everything, they know every detail. They're the good drivers, right? They keep track of things. Boys have like some kind of disconnect. I don't know what happens, but they become like idiots. And then they're like, and they lose the ability to articulate. It's true. And And there's something that happens, like my son is brilliant. He went through this phase where he just, you know, he couldn't do anything. Like sometimes I would just think, man, a monkey could do it, a monkey could do it. Not even a trained monkey, just a gibbon, pluck a gibbon out of the jungle and put it in the kitchen and my dishwasher would be empty in 3 hours. That's how he talked. Hey honey, how are you? All right, his friends would come over. Yeah, he's upstairs. It's in the fridge, help yourself. Go ahead. Say hi to your mom. It's like 3 years about that. I don't know how it goes with girls, I just know how the boys go. It was tough. It was actually very painful. It was also difficult to communicate with him, just not only because I couldn't understand anything he was saying, but because he was also very condescending. He went through that phase too. Like once we were in the kitchen and there was some spilled coffee on the counter and he'd go, Mom, in normal houses, they just take a towel and then they just wipe it clean. There'd be a towel right here and they would just wipe it clean. I was like, wow. Well, you came out of my vagina. That's all I had, because if you can't outsmart them. You think I was an idiot too? Like I go, honey, could you come in and can you help me with this printer? Can you help me? The printer's not working. And he'd come in and he'd go, did you plug it in? And I go, I don't know, I'm on the couch, did I? Would you look and see? So, we have a very warm relationship now. Is it okay that I said vagina? Are we good with that? Is that cool? If I say it 3 times vagina, that's 3 times it cancels out the first 2. Are we good? We're all cool? Awesome. I think being a therapist would be a really boring job for me because people whining a lot after a while would be difficult, I think. Also, I don't want to listen to anybody's dreams. They're boring. I don't think anybody wants to listen to your dream unless they're in it. That's the only way you get them to listen. You have to go, I had the weirdest dream, and you were there. And then they'll go, oh, really? What was I doing? You're like, what are you doing at the end? I'm going to start at the beginning and set it up for you. I have this friend who tells me her dreams, and I have to listen because she gives me rides to the airport and listens to me talk about my boyfriend, so it's the friendship trade-off thing. You have to do it. And her dreams are so boring. They're like, okay, so I was standing in a corner, and it was as if I turned, and there was my father, and it was as if he looked at me. And then she goes on for 20 minutes, and she goes, what do you think it means? I'm like, I don't know. I know for me it was 20 minutes of my life sucked out of me. I know that's what it was for me. You can get a lot of information from your dreams, though. I also like, and in the sleep state. I read that Stephen Hawking, you guys remember Stephen Hawking, the physicist? He came up with his most brilliant, thank you, she goes, yes! He came up with his most brilliant theory as he was getting ready for bed one night. Can you imagine that? Like some complex mathematical formula as he's putting on his jammies. Which, you know, granted, takes some time, but still, that's amazing. Here's the most brilliant theory I've ever had, getting ready for bed. If I go to sleep right now, I can sleep for 7 hours. Right? That's math. My mother passed. I thought I'd go ahead and bring up death right now. That'd be good. Felt like a good time in my set for death. You good with that? We can move from vagina to death pretty well. You guys are all facile. Penis. Now that's canceled. Right? I just say that randomly. Sometimes in the grocery store, penis. As I'm standing in front of the frozen food section. Now I've got quiet. That's awesome. Thank you. That's like the magic word. My mother gave me some really great advice in my life. For example, she said, Christina, you don't have to experiment with something to know it's not for you, which I think is awesome. She was talking about sex, but still, I think that was awesome, generally. Let's see, what else did she tell me? She told me to never poop outside, which is something I've kept dear to me all these years. These are all things that you think about when they've passed, because they just sort of accumulate in your psyche, you know. She was a feminist, pretty much, except she was married to a non-feminist. The family is really messed up, actually. It's a good thing that they've passed, most of them. Oh, we've got some new people, that's awesome. I feel like I'm just talking to myself endlessly. But you know what? I'm so much funnier to me by myself than I am in your listening. I met a crazy person, speaking of crazy people, I met a crazy person on an airplane. That's right, that's where this is going. I was flying from Colorado Springs to Denver because, you know, I love to travel. And it was like $69, so woo! This is a true story, actually. I'm on this plane, and they stopped. There was like a lot of turbulence. You know when have you ever flown in and there's like all the mountains, like, there's like a lot of turbulence right when you come into the front range? It was really awful. And this woman sitting next to me turned to me and she said, "Are we gonna crash?" And I said, "No, not at all. No, the pilots know what they're doing. We're fine. We're gonna be just fine." And she said, "Because I asked the Lord to take my life today. And I think this is how he's gonna do it." And I was like, wow, I had no idea. Maybe he's thinking along the lines of a heart attack. Boom! Well, you know, I just do want to do it, if it's okay. I'd like to do just one therapeutic exercise with you. Would that be all right? Just like in the vein of the, is that cool? Yeah? All right, good. Let's, sure. Okay, well, use this for you. Are you guys familiar with Gestalt therapy at all? Gestalt? Yeah? Okay, so what that is I'm just gonna like share with you, like this is you. I'm gonna imagine all of you are standing there together at the podium. Are you with me? You got this? Okay. And I'm just gonna share, you know, how I feel about all of you. And then when I'm done, I'll just move over here and I'll respond as I think. Yeah, and I'm gonna close on this. It's all right, Kat. You relax. And then I'm just gonna respond as I think you would respond to me. I just think it would be a really great way to end on sort of a healing note, in a way that we can all like create affinity and again that intimacy that we so crave deep down in our hearts. All right? Okay. Right. So first, I'm imagining all of you are right there over the podium, just sort of clustered together and looking at me earnestly. Okay. Here we go. I felt abandoned at the beginning when you weren't really responding to me. I felt a little more abandoned at the middle when you still weren't responding to me at that point. And I felt I had to say penis and vagina to get you back. Woo! Okay. Wow. Okay, so now I'm gonna just stand over here as I imagine all of you would, and I'm just going to respond as I think you would naturally respond to me. Right? We're intimidated by your beauty. That's enough, I think. That's good. That is a trick. Thanks, you guys. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Gentlemen, that was Christina, who just ended, by the way. I'm going to make a quick remark. Yeah, another big round of applause, please. And for those of you that might have seen one or several thousand flyers, as you can tell, she is not James. Christina was kind enough to step up about an hour before our show. So serious credit goes to this woman. Thank you, right? You did a lovely job. And remark, and it's really going to be directed to the people that aren't listening to me right now. There are folks who are on stage who are going to be presenting the show. And as a result of someone being on stage with a microphone, doing a show, if you would care to carry on a conversation, we would encourage you to do so out in the lobby, or perhaps outside. Thank you very much. The comedians that are here tonight are doing it out of the kindness of their hearts to further mental health education and commitment to our communities. And I'm going to start walking up to people who continue talking. I'm not going to drop genitalia, I'm just going to do it. You, sir, in the blue shirt. Hey, guy, there's three of you. There's a woman in a trench coat, a man in a black shirt with his back to me, and then the guy in the blue jacket. Hey, everybody, somebody tap him on the shoulder. I just want you guys to wait. Say hello, hello. Hey, if you're having a conversation, we would love for you to do so in the lobby. We would appreciate that very much. Or feel free to use this voice often. It looks like the next piece that we're going to be discussing here is the winner of the social media Tell Us Why You Are Passionate About Mental Health contest. Yay! So,